All right, let's just jump right in. We're talking about a new AI tool from Google, and it's called NotebookLM. The idea is simple. It's your own personal research assistant. And honestly, this might just change how you deal with information for good.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're trying to get a presentation ready or write a big paper, maybe pull together a client report, and you are just absolutely buried in a mountain of PDFs, articles, and scribbled notes. It's just a lot.
And that really gets to the heart of the problem. It doesn't matter if you're a student, a researcher, or a professional, just trying to organize and make sense of all this data has basically become a job in itself.
And check this out. On average, professionals spend about 11 hours a week, every single week, just finding and summarizing information. I mean, that's more than a full workday gone before you even get to do the actual thinking part of your job.
So what's the fix? Well, this is where NotebookLM comes in. Now, this is not just another chatbot. You got to think of it more like a personal research assistant, one that you train using your own documents. It basically turns you into an instant expert on your own material.
So here's the official breakdown. You make a notebook for whatever project you're working on. You upload your sources. We're talking PDFs, links to websites, even YouTube videos. And the AI creates this private knowledge base that only you can talk to. Now, this slide, this is where the magic happens. This is the key difference. See, unlike those generic AIs that just scrape the entire internet, NotebookLM is source-grounded. What does that mean? It means it only answers questions based on the documents you gave it. This is huge. It cuts way down on errors and, get this, it cites every single source for you. Plus, your uploads are not used to train the model, which is a massive win for privacy.
This CNET quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's not trying to be some all-knowing oracle. Its expertise is your expertise, and that's exactly what makes it so trustworthy for serious, detailed work.
But here's the thing. Just asking questions is really only the beginning. This is where it gets super exciting. NotebookLM is also like a creation studio. It can actually transform all that research into real, practical things you can use and share.
I mean, just look at this list. The possibilities are kinda wild. You feed it a bunch of documents, and from that single source, you can generate everything from an AI-powered podcast that breaks down your notes to a full-on interactive mind map. Let's dig into one of those a little more.
So let's talk about the audio overview feature. Okay, so it creates this conversational podcast with 2 AI hosts discussing your material. You can even interrupt the show to ask it follow-up questions. Just imagine listening to a summary of your meeting notes or class readings on your way to work.
So how do you get your hands on this? Well, the free plan is actually incredibly generous. You get access to all those creation tools for notebooks with up to 50 sources. The Pro plan just blows that up, giving you way more sources, advanced sharing controls, and even analytics, which is great for teams or teachers.
But NotebookLM is becoming more than just a tool to get things done faster. It's really turning into a true learning partner, one that's designed to help you connect more deeply with whatever you're studying.
And it's all built on the science of active learning. So instead of just passively reading a wall of text, you can actually test yourself with flashcards it makes for you, listen to the key points on the go, see how ideas connect with mind maps, and, this is the most important part, deepen your understanding with a guided process.
And that leads us to this, the new Learning Guide. This is not just a summary tool, it acts more like a tutor. It asks you these really smart Socratic-style questions about your material. It's pushing you to go beyond just memorizing facts and to actually master the subject. It forces you to connect the dots and think critically. You know, it's the difference between knowing a fact and truly understanding it.
So who's this really for? Well, as you can see, it's not just for academics. Sure, students and researchers love it, but so do marketers, corporate trainers, and business teams. Basically anyone who needs to make sense of complex information quickly.
Okay, so let's get practical for a second. If you're going to jump in and try this, there are a few best practices you really should follow to get the best results right away. All right, let's slow down and really walk through these because they're super important. First, 1 notebook per project. Keep it focused. This gives the AI way better context. Second, use clean searchable files. A crisp PDF is going to work 1,000,000 times better than a blurry scanned image. Third, mix it up. Combine those PDFs with YouTube transcripts and relevant websites. It gives the AI a much richer understanding. Fourth, be specific with your prompts. The clearer you are, the better the result. And finally, be smart about sharing. Make a public link for a class syllabus, sure, but use that invite-only feature for sensitive client work. When you boil it all down, this is the big idea. NotebookLM is designed to take the heavy lifting of organizing and remembering stuff off your plate. It frees up all that mental space so you can focus on what we humans do best: thinking, analyzing, and actually creating something new.
And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. With those 11 hours a week back in your pocket, what new ideas are you going to explore? What projects will you finally start? What could you build when you're not busy just searching for information but are finally free to use it?